Hi, I'm Lyndon Cordemosh from the Gorgeous Spice Company. The Gorgeous Spice Company is a collection of wonderfully fresh spices and spice blends. The spice blends have been custom developed to make cooking a totally creative and fun experience in the kitchen.
Hi, my name is Jade Hansen. My company is Mother Butter. I bake sweet and savory shortbread. They all have crazy names based off of pop culture, music, and there's lots of funky flavors in there.
And I'm Cavi. I have an Instagram account called J'adore Creemore, which connects me with local businesses and meet remarkable business owners and entrepreneurs like Lyndon and Jade. So my husband and I moved up to Creemore last Thanksgiving. I started to try to find local businesses, get a sense of what's going on in this community and who's in this community, and I found that everyone is on Instagram. So I set up my Instagram account and I called it J'adore Creemore, and it really helped me connect with a lot of entrepreneurs in the area, a lot of artists and artisans, and it just made me realize what a vibrant and dynamic community this is for someone to want to start a business in, and how much support there is from the community, from other business owners who are probably right here in the room with you. The other thing I would say is while J'adore Creemore and while we focus on remarkable local businesses, I've definitely found that local has a lot of global in it. And with Lyndon's business, the Gorgeous Spice Company, you have global spices from around the world that you're blending together and bringing to national and international markets. Mother Butter, you're bringing a Scottish cookie tradition and making it this incredible product with international spices and connecting with that broader audience. You have an incredible cookie, the cardamom one, which I know connects with Scandinavian cuisine, but it of course absolutely connects with my heritage, Indian cuisine. And I think it's just a wonderful way when you do something like that to make the local very inclusive and diverse. And I could see Mother Butter Cardi B being part of a Diwali party.
Ooh, I like that.
So the Gorgeous Spice Company, really, my background is branding. So I've worked in branding for over 20 years. So, and I absolutely love what a brand can do as far as how it can bring a product, can create an emotional response with a product. And so I've always loved cooking. When I started to discover what spices could do for cooking, I thought this is exactly what I want to work on. I want to develop a whole bunch of spice blends and awesome spices so that I can share my experience of creating in the kitchen with the world, ideally everyone in the world. But my very first spice, oh my goodness, the best, it was incredible. So when we started, it was an Indiegogo campaign with just a handful of friends and family. And the debut spice it's called Dial R for Raz, is Ras Al Hanout, which has 17 different spices in it, and it's the most incredibly versatile blend. It can go on chicken, it can go into a tagine, or it can be in sticky toffee pudding or popcorn. Everything goes on popcorn. What was your first
My first cookie was Crunch Me Baby One More Time. It is a handmade sponge toffee, which I love to make and eat, and a Belgian milk chocolate in a classic dough. So I listen, everybody does, you listen to music while you're baking or cooking, and I think I drove my whole family crazy by singing Crunch Me Baby One More Time, because it tastes like a crunchy bar. And we had talked about starting this business, and the Crunch Me Baby One More Time and how annoying I was with it, I was like, that's gonna be my #1 cookie probably, and I'm calling it Crunch Me Baby One More Time. I have no idea if Brittany likes that or not. Yeah, so I typically will name my products based on whatever I'm listening to. That's usually how it comes about, the flavor of the cookie, what I'm listening to. The savory cookies, they're all cheesy old country singers, and it's super fun. I love it.
Babs, which is
The Babs also, yeah, Gorgeous Spice Co. I use the Flavomatic. Yeah, it's a Parma Asiago shortbread, savory shortbread with the Flavomatic, which is kind of similar to a everything bagel spice.
Similar, yeah.
At the end of the day, like when I had my business, the best thing was working for someone else full time. I actually got to go home at a certain time. I got to have weekends. I had paid vacation leave. I had health benefits, you know, and it was like, and so I did that. I made that change because it's exhausting and it's so consuming. But you know, I am a creative person, and I think if you are a creative person, like you guys, like your drive to create something and put something out there that is you, that is your heart and soul, is going to keep pushing you to do this and to make this sacrifice.
It's true, and you know, there's been a few moments when I've been exhausted and I'm just go, and then I have this little, I can't believe I just get to sit here and bake. Like this was the dream. You know, it's just all the other things that you don't take into account, like the craziness of Instagram.
Yes.
And I thoroughly enjoy it, and
You do it so well.
I have a lot of fun with it, but it still takes time, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm just remembering how we kind of met, which is that during that same period, under
Yes.
those same circumstances, eating cookies became my outlets.
Cabby purchased a lot of cookies. You don't eat them. I know you don't eat them. Look at you.
I do, but I also love to gift them. They're fantastic gifts.
But it was nice. It was actually nice to have conversations and meet somebody new that, you know, I wouldn't have met you without me promoting on Instagram, and your J'adore Creemore, and you introducing yourself, and all what I loved about Lyndon is she shared all that information that I didn't know about, like the Henry Bernick and the
South Georgian Bay.
South Georgian Bay, and yeah, which I'm really enjoying the connections I'm making there as well, and they're helping tremendously.
I think that being part of the whole Accelerate Summit was a tremendous opportunity to connect with a whole bunch of people, you know, in real life, which is nice for a change, as well as with everyone who's buying these VIP packages or attending the Accelerate Summit. It's great. It's really great to be able to be a part of it. So if you want to see what's the spice of the month and what recipes are being developed, then follow the Gorgeous Spice Co. on Instagram. That's at the Gorgeous Spice Co.
My Instagram is at Mother Butter, one word. Mother has 2 R's. You will have a daily dose of laughter, fashion, photography. I also like that. A lot of music. Occasionally, I will post pictures of my baking. It's very tempting. You'll want it.
So the Gorgeous Spice Company, you can either buy a subscription, like a 3, a 6, or 12-month subscription. Then every month you get a spice and a blend in the mail, and all kinds of recipes that come with it. You know, some of them are custom recipes that we've developed, and some of them are just like links to other great recipes. And that's probably, I would say that this subscription is the #1 bestseller. It's awesome, people love it. If somebody's just learning to cook, it's a great way to kind of get familiar with it. If somebody's bored of cooking, it's a way of kind of reimagining cooking. And if you just want to try something new, it's a really sort of a deep engagement with each spice and blend. It's really fun. All the spices and blends are really seasonally appropriate, and every blend is tested on popcorn. So without further ado, you will find in your VIP kit this combination spice blend and popcorn, specially made for the Accelerate Summit. And let's go make some popcorn.
We're gonna do a cheddar chili savory shortbread today. It is in your VIP experience box. Grab a glass of wine, enjoy.
Heart of the Gorgeous is a line of spice blends. Spice blends are really fun, and it's all about being creative in the kitchen. The thing with spice blends is they're super versatile. You can use the same spice blend to create something sweet or something savory. And it's really about being kind of inspired and uninhibited. So I actually think that the kitchen is one of the most creative spaces in the entire house. And the benefit is you get to do a little arts and crafts 3 times a day. Every time you make a meal, you can kind of add some flavor to it with spices. There is always a spice that goes with everything. So, without further ado, let's make some popcorn. So first of all, you want to put some parchment paper on a cookie tray or baking sheet. That's the first thing. Then you'll want to set your oven, bake 250. So when you're making popcorn, just a little pro tip, the popcorn is always the poppiest if you keep it in the freezer. So this one did not just come out of the freezer, but hopefully it'll be fine. What I do whenever I'm making popcorn is I just take whichever pot I want and I put a thin layer of like a canola oil or a vegetable oil just on the bottom, just enough so that it covers. The thing to do to see if your oil is ready is just take one kernel and throw it in. And then when it's ready, you'll see it starts to pop. It's ready. So, every one of our spice blends has been tested on popcorn. So that's the connection. I love popcorn all my life. My mother made popcorn as a snack. So it's a really interesting substrate because it has so many little nooks and crannies that spice just kind of hides and you have this wonderful flavor experience. So then, ideally your popcorn comes out of the freezer and it's totally primed for popping. Today it's not, but you just kind of cover the bottom of the pot. And then turn it down a little wee bit. And you'll start to hear it popping. Okay. When it stops popping, that's when you know it's done. Set that aside and do your sauce. 1/2 cup of butter, 2/3 cup of sugar, one tablespoon of Scorpio's Kiss spice blend, okay, that's maybe a little bit more, but it's okay. And then I just throw a couple pinches of salt in. And you'll see this is just sort of a medium-high heat, just a little bit past the halfway mark. Stir it around. You can see it's starting to come together there. And it's so quick to do this and delicious. I promise you, it's like, you know those poppycock popcorns that you get? They're usually around at Christmas time. Well, this is like that, but even better. Plus, you make it yourself, so that's a good thing. And it starts to bubble. You want it to bubble a little bit. Have a look. delicious. So then you take your popcorn, put it in a large bowl. Don't burn yourself. And you drizzle the mixture over top. And toss it using I don't know, I just use my salad tossers for this. So it gets a really nice sort of coated, candied space. Then it's a little bit, if you have it right away, it's kind of soggy. So the trick is you want to sort of spread it out a bit and bake it. Now you're going to bake it at 250 for 10 minutes and then turn the oven off for another 20 minutes. So just so that it can fully get a beautiful crispy texture to it. Okay, so already you can see it's a nice glaze to it and it's ready to serve. Et voila, ready to snack.
Hi, my name is Jade Hansen and my company name is Mother Butter. I'm based out of Creemore and I have, I think, about 16 flavors to date. Inside your VIP experience box, I have packaged up 2 savory shortbread cookies. It is a cheddar and chili spice, and the chili spice is from the Gorgeous Spice Co., which is also in your VIP experience box. So today I'm going to prepare these for you. So you take your butter, should be room temperature, nice and soft. Give it a little bit of a smush just to break it down a bit. Then I add in the chili flaked spice. Little bit of spicy mustard. You can use whatever mustard you like. Dijon would be good. Grainy. So I like to mix the spices in with the butter just so it flavors the butter a little bit instead of with the dry ingredients. Then you take your cheese. I use an extra old cheddar. Mix that in. You're gonna get a workout. It's definitely not, you know, a nice smooth cake batter. Then you take your flour. Then you go find your KitchenAid mixer. Once your dough comes together, you can either roll it in parchment and you can chill it and you can slice. This is how I prepare them, and this is what the cookies are going to look like in your VIP experience box. So once your cookies are on your sheet, shortbread doesn't spread too much, so you can kind of get them nice and snug. You can take the back of your scoop or a spoon. You just want to give them a little flatten. So, and try and do it, you know, so they're all kind of the same, and then they'll bake up all at the same time. Nothing worse than an undercooked savory shortbread. And then that's it. And then we pop them into the oven. You can do 300 on convection for 35 to 40 minutes, or a regular oven at 325 for 45 to 50 minutes. And here is the finished product. So you might be wondering, savory shortbread, you've never had it before. I love a good cocktail, glass of wine, beer. These look lovely on a charcuterie board. And personally, sometimes I just eat them like popcorn.
We hope you all enjoy the rest of the summit tremendously. It's a great, great event.